SwissBorg is the official partner of my channel where you can buy, sell, hold, and more importantly stake your cryptocurrencies. You can even earn yield on your stablecoins. Sign up with my link and you'll earn up to $100 worth of their native token CHSB just for depositing €50 worth of crypto. SwissBorg. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Let's get excited, shall we? Let's get excited. So I'm going to show you this chart. I'm going to break it down and it actually looks quite good on pretty much all time frames. So I'm not saying the bottom's in, but there is a possibility that the bottom could be in. The reason I'm skeptical that the bottom definitely is in is because traditional markets, as far as I'm concerned, the fix I've got on Forex and Dixie, which has led to this everything bounce 2.0, I have to treat it as a bear market rally. I can't see it not being a bear market rally, and Bitcoin is very much tied into traditional markets, and so we should just assume that Bitcoin is performing a bear market rally of its own. But if we take away all of traditional markets just for a moment, just take it all away, just forget about it, just throw it in the bin for a minute. It is the weekend; they're not around. Let's just focus on the Bitcoin chart, and maybe we could explore something different, which is that maybe this is not a bear market rally. Maybe this is the beginning of a bull market. Now, I'm not saying that that's definitely the case, but you just got to listen to the analysis, and you can make up your own mind. So 4 hourly is quite good. Obviously, you're getting in momentum. You've got your respective moving averages. We have our consolidation, which I said we were going to get based upon Dixie going to bounce and blah, blah, blah. So all of this was to be expected. We pretty much nailed this chart as we have the whole market this week. Nothing to be concerned of with momentum. It's all basically clearly mimicking price action, which is exactly what you want to see. And golden cross, we'll be looking for a retest of this golden cross at some point. It doesn't have to happen immediately, but at some point. And if we look at the buyback that took place yesterday, it was $20,000 on the money, with a few cents to spare. The volume is really good as well at the moment, so the buyers are stepping in at a psychological level rather than a technical level. So I'm in favor of this, really. The buyers are very keen to not miss out on Bitcoin at the moment. Daily, there's not a great deal to say that we've not already said. It's basically just showing strength and momentum continuing. And the 12 hourly is still working on this pump signal. So we got a pump signal a few days ago on the 12 hourly at roughly 20,500, so not too different to where we are right now, and that pump signal should push us up to our next major level of resistance. On the 12 hourly, 200 exponential is the obvious place to see a resistance. It would be pretty pathetic if the pump signal only yielded that kind of a move, like a $500 move from where we are right now, about a $600 move from the signal itself, pretty measly. I've been measuring this a bit further up and looking to move up to around 22,500, which is still a reasonably flat number as well. So I think the 12 hourly points to that kind of move, to be fair. Momentum's still pretty strong on this. And if we just go to a weekly now, I'm going to show you something as well that's even more exciting. We'll just get rid of this itchy cloud because we don't need it. It just fogs the chart up. Right, so what we're seeing here is a move into the 20 weekly. The 20 weekly is a Bollinger Band center. It's a pivotal area. Reclaiming a 20 weekly, well, gives every chance that we stay above the 20 weekly. It's 60% more likely to remain in the portion of the Bollinger Band that you are in. Currently, we are below it, so we're more likely to stay below it right now. We have to respect the fact that that is going to be a resistance until proven otherwise, just as it was when we broke down from it the very first time. Big bubble pop, all the way down. Moved up into it, found a little bit of support, but then just broke down resistance all the way. 10 exponential, and then the 7 simple. This is exactly the same process as an uptrend, really. Reclaiming it over here, retesting it, 10 exponential all the way up, then 7 simple for the latter part. That 7 simple usually marking the last stages of parabolic move or overexcitement before breakdown, and that's kind of what's been happening recently. So now we've reclaimed a few of these moving averages for the first time in a while. Can we reclaim this last one? It's not the last one, but it's a decent one to reclaim, and if it were to, then there's every reason to expect us to move up to 23,800. There's your Bollinger Band top on the weekly. It's also your 200 weekly moving average. The moving average that everybody loves so much. Now, there's one thing I was going to show you as well on this chart, just very briefly. To extend the hopium, really, to give you a great weekend, if we just draw this diagonal line like this, we've got ourselves a very large descending triangle, to which we are breaking out of at the moment. It kind of looks a bit measly because it kind of is, but it is a breakout, isn't it? A breakout to a 20 weekly. Maybe this is it. It's a 90% all the way through towards the end of the apex. Normally I'd want to see breakouts around 70 to 75. You know, any further than that does offer serious fake out territory, and that's fine. Like we can see a fake out, and this could be an opportunity in the waiting as well. If we all look at traditional markets and the overall economic landscape, it's not one of bullish momentum, is it? So whatever Bitcoin's chart wants to do could easily get spoiled by the rest of the world. That happened all the way back down here, didn't it? You know, we were breaking out. We had finished consolidating. We were having a great time. We probably would have gone on to a trajectory similar to something like this on its own. But no, the unspeakable happened and all markets crashed, and then the money printers turned on and did this. But I think that if that hadn't have happened, we would have basically reclaimed these zones, had a strong, sturdy move back up, probably to the same areas really, but in a much different much different chart formation. So we can't avoid traditional markets, and we can't avoid the economic landscape, and we're subject to it as Bitcoin and crypto. But for the moment, we are breaking out of a bear market consolidation pattern, and we're pushing a 20 weekly, and that is not a change of behavior, but it's a sign of something different and something new. So it could result in a bull market, obviously, and this kind of time right now is almost perfect, really. We've talked about this for months and months now, which is the Bitcoin bear market ending anywhere between September and December. Where would be the perfect place for that to happen? Well, probably end of October into November. That's right in the middle of that time cycle kind of area for a new bull market to begin. New bull markets begin with changes of behavior as well as time cycle. And it looks like both of those are sort of meeting around here, so maybe this is the beginning of a bull market. But whether it's a bull market that ignores the rest of the world and what's going on in the rest of the world, if we can just perform like a bull market. The last bull market, for reference, we did have a consolidation, a capitulation. We went sideways for a bit, and when we finally reclaimed the 20 weekly, that was it. Reclaimed it. Boom! All the way up. I then consolidated for 6 months. Maybe we're looking at something like that again. Might not be quite as aggressive. Obviously, to see Bitcoin do aggressive moves like this would require a lot more money now because the market cap is so big. But it's possible. It's possible. So, all the measured moves that we've done previously, when it comes to the shorter term time frames, point to a top target of 26,600, but there's lots of other areas on the chart where we can get rejected from. Looking at the weekly, the first one right now is basically where we are, 20 weekly, about 20,900. Then you got 21 exponential on the weekly, 22,000, almost 23, and then you got your 200 exponential, which is 23,800, and you just take your pick. They're all over the place. Resistances are everywhere, as they should be, because we've been basically consolidating for such a long period of time. Bear market stuff. Each one of these is going to be a level to take out before we can go onto a new all-time high, which I'm sure we will one day. So we're looking at a breakout. So that's Bitcoin for you. What's the rest of the this is XRP. I was going to show you that in a slightly different context. This is the total market cap. Okay, so the total market cap looks like about 98% towards the end of the apex. So this definitely looks like a fake out kind of territory. This is the market cap of all crypto, Bitcoin, everything, a lot. And if we get a breakout from here, yeah, of course, we can see some serious moves on this. But because it's so close to the end of the apex, a serious move might result in a fake out and breakdown. Again, I'm in favor of that as well, because that's seems to be what the rest of the trading traditional markets trading kind of feels like it wants to do that too. So I am not under any false impression that this just breaks out and goes all the way up to 3 trillion, 6 trillion, 10 trillion from here, although that can happen. What I'd be looking for really would be a breakout, maybe up to around 1.16 trillion, and then back down again, and then pick up from there. So the formation itself, does suggest breakout, but also toys realistically with the idea of fake out. But I just thought I'd bring this up for you as well. So this is XRP on a very, very long term, back to 2014. You can see the significance of descending triangles, especially long ones that constitute bear markets. So big fat move up, thousands of percent, push. This is about what, 80% towards the end of the apex, and then a shoot straight up, massive reaction and consolidation for the best part of a couple of years, and then crept out of this one, but still went on to make well, not a new all-time high, but a new high, and so on and so on and so on. So it doesn't have to be as simple as me looking for the perfect setup for saying I like them to break out 70%, 75% max towards the end of the apex of the triangle. They can break out anytime they want. What all a descending triangle represents is a consolidation pattern, and if the consolidation pattern has finished consolidating and we've got into a change of behavior, that's in many ways good enough to expect further upside. So I just thought I'd bring this one to your attention because it shows what they are, their support, their resistance. The resistance is smaller each time, so lower and lower and lower, and because of that it's bearish, because there's diminishing returns every time you play with inside the triangle. Once you're outside of this, we can assume that the consolidation is over and we can expect a new formation to begin. In the case of XRP, a brand new descending triangle. And then once that's broken out, we can expect a new high and then a new descending triangle. It's just the XRP. That's the XRP market cycle. So let's think about that just for a brief moment and go, all right then, so if XRP can do it, the total market cap can do it, and maybe Bitcoin's chart can do it as well. Let's throw caution to the wind. Let's get rid of one of those kidneys. We don't need two. I'm sure I could get a good price. I could put it into some Bitcoin. Probably get 0.1 or 0.2 Bitcoin for a single kidney. I'm only joking. Don't sell your kidneys. But you know what I'm saying. This is working on now a change of behavior, or at least a change of formation on a higher term time frame like the weekly. Now it's still very early days, but we've recognized that before in the last bull market, as soon as we reclaimed that 20 weekly, whoosh, all the way up. Very significant move. Yeah, we consolidated, but it did mark the end, or at least a change in tone, really, which resulted into a bull market. Again, time cycle is concerned, November seems to be the most appropriate month to find the low or to begin the bull market. So maybe we are beginning the bull market. Maybe that's what it is, or it's trying to begin its new bull market in the face of the rest of all other trading. Whether it's indices, stocks, forex, commodity, or whatever. Maybe Bitcoin's going, look, this is my time, all right? It's my time. I'm due for a bull market now, all right? All right, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to decouple from you lot, and I'm just going to move up. I think that is possible. It's not impossible. It can start a new bull market on its own, but it will be subject to any kind of capitulation that markets feel, like it did this time. All the way up, that's fine. It's a $300 move up, 300% move up. Yeah, I'll consolidate from here. All right, it's time for me to move. Let's go. All right, traditional markets and the broader trading environment brings me down. All right, that can happen. So maybe the bull market is beginning, or should we already say has begun? I would probably be more confident to see a weekly closure above above this weekly Bollinger Band. I would be way more comfortable in throwing the possibility that a bull market has begun at that point, because that would be a change of behavior. But we have broken out now on a weekly. This is already a change of behavior. But if we do start a new bull market now, it doesn't mean that we won't be subject to a capitulation that's driven by traditional markets. Anyway, a bit of hopium for the weekend. So, have your coffee, recognize this for what it is. It should start your day quite nicely, I think. Quite nicely. There is hopium. There's realistic hopium flooding into your computer right now, right through your phone screen, into your ears. It's real. It does exist. There is something to talk about. There's something to reflect upon. So let's enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, for those hodlers out there, you're going to have a great time. Bitcoin dominance also breaking down as well. So maybe throughout this period, everything catches a bounce. Just for reference, the last bull market began. This is a very messy chart with all this stuff on. The last bull market began. Where was it? Oh, we're on a daily here, aren't we? The last bull market began around here. And we see the Bitcoin dominance moving up. So everything was moving up, I can tell you that. I remember it clearly, everything was moving up. But Bitcoin's market cap moved up faster. Now that could easily be the reaction that we get. We could see the Bitcoin dominance move up as everything moves up. I don't think we'll see a Bitcoin dominance higher than probably around 62, maybe ever again. But be prepared to see Bitcoin outperform your altcoins if Bitcoin is the one that's going to move, because its market cycle has decided that it's time to start a new bull market. It's going to lead the market, so just be prepared for that. But most things should feel some upside, although the Satoshis probably won't. Anyway, I am going to leave it with you there. There's not much more to say, but yeah, things look good. Things feel good, and I have no reason to doubt why it shouldn't go up to these highs that we've spoken about all week. Again, traditional markets do favour this as well in the short term, although I'm strongly believing that that's just a bear market rally, but we'll see. But yeah, everything definitely does point to further upside, and this could be pretty good for Bitcoin, especially if it begins a new bull market. Yeah, it can pop and consolidate like it did previously. Maybe it moves up to 40,000. That's realistic. I don't doubt that. But yeah, when you step back and look at the entire economy and all trading instruments, there's no reason to assume bull market territory is going to begin for a long period of time. But for Bitcoin, its 4-year cycle is definitely due a bull market over the next definitely the next couple of months. Right, thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.